My name is Becky Knight, and I'm the Vice President of Operations for Mississippi Home Health. It is an honor for me to present to you Carolyn Lyon, a nominee for the Paul Diaz Caring Award. I've known Carolyn since 2003 when she joined our organization. She is a speech therapist who has made significant contributions to her profession, to her patients, to her coworkers, and to our organization. Such examples include helping a patient with a feeding tube to taste food again, which was his only desire, or helping a patient who had had a stroke to be able to sing again, or an ALS patient who was not able to communicate. Carolyn was able to identify a special communication tool to help him be able to communicate and have quality of life again. Carolyn has done all of these things and so much more. She's recognized across the state of Mississippi for her excellence in care, and it has gained her an enormous amount of respect from both her peers and supervisors. She has been instrumental in the development of services that a speech therapist can provide, and has provided education to our staff. She's often asked to participate in new hire interviews, and once those new hires are onboarded with us, she serves as both a mentor and a preceptor to them. She participates in the quality committee, and she audits charts for both her own office and other offices across the state. She frequently accompanies our sales reps on sales calls to physicians and hospitals, and often solidifies a referral simply because of her expertise. Carolyn does all these things and so many more things, but she still continues to maintain a full patient schedule. Now let's hear from some of her coworkers who have been able to witness firsthand the compassionate care that Carolyn is known for.
I'm Lewis Jones, the Area Director of Sales for Central Mississippi. I've been asked to give a couple of words about Carolyn Lyon and her wonderful attitude as a clinician for us here at Kindred at Home. Carolyn has always been very willing to go out with the sales team and go see accounts and talk about different aspects of our memory care program, as well as other clinical aspects as to what she does. She's very, very willing to go and do what is needed to help get the patients on board with us so she can provide the excellent care that she does. Carolyn's also very compassionate about what she does. A prime example is I actually spoke to Carolyn a couple of weeks ago about a very close friend of mine whose wife was diagnosed with dementia at an early age of 50. I was telling Carolyn about it, and she offered on her own that she could go out to their house and speak with them and give them some guidance on what they were being faced with. This was a whole new world to my friend and to his wife. They had no clue as to what they were getting into. Carolyn, by the goodness of her heart, went and spoke to them after hours one day and told them about what they could expect and some things they needed to do to start planning and preparing for what they were faced with. One of the things that my friend told me about that really jumped out to him was some of the safety procedures that she told him about. One being was different foods that he should and should not feed his wife. One in particular was a hot dog. She eats lots of hot dogs, or enjoyed hot dogs, and Carolyn let him know that that's a very, very common food that patients with dementia choke on. So he had no idea, but thanks to Carolyn, he was able to eliminate that from his wife's diet. She also went over different safety features just throughout the house for them to help minimize any risk or potential risk that his wife could harm herself with. All that being said, Carolyn did all of this on her own after hours, and it's all because of the way that she cares and is so compassionate about the work that she does. So Carolyn, thank you for all that you do, and continue to do all the great things that you do for us.
Hi, my name is Marcia Todd. I'm the Director for Kindred Home Health in Flowood, Mississippi. And I would like to give you a couple of examples today of Carolyn Lyon's care for our patients. The first example is one day we had a call from one of the caregivers of our patients, and she said that her husband had had a major stroke. She said that he was left with significant deficits, but one of the most heart-wrenching for her was that he couldn't eat. He had a peg tube, and he couldn't take anything by mouth. No food, no water, and this was for the risk of aspiration. So she said that they were really depressed. She said he cried, she didn't know what to do. She said about that time Carolyn came into their lives and started providing care. She said she gave them hope. She said that she worked with them and over the period of time showed progress for the patient. She said in this day that she was calling, the patient was being discharged from home health, and that he was going to be under her care. She said she was a little bit afraid, but she was also excited. And she said she just wanted to let us know how appreciative she was of the care that Carolyn had given them, because he was now able to take a little bit of food and water by mouth just for the comfort of having the taste. And the second example is that one day we had a physical therapy assistant come in, said that he had walked in at a patient's house, and this was another patient that had had a stroke, and Carolyn would happen to be finishing up her exercises with that patient. He said that about that time Carolyn led the patient in a verse of Amazing Grace, because Carolyn had found out that this patient could communicate through song. And he said all of a sudden the room just went quiet, people were very emotional. So that's the type of care that Carolyn provides to our patients. She'll go above and beyond, she'll go the extra mile, she'll do whatever it takes to make sure that the patient feels comfortable, make sure that they have hope. So I would like to say thank you to Carolyn for her care to our patients, for being part of our team, and for the care that she gives to the patients. Thank you.